You out of water?
No, that's okay.
Yep. Okay, Dorthea. Yeah, how'd you know?
I just happened to see.
Cabrera.
I forgot what your name was before because oh yeah, this is the day they signed the
Veterans Day.
This is the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month.
Okay, your D-O-R.
O-T-H-E-A.
Now, is it
P-U-E-N-T-E.
age?
I'll be 60 in January.
Date of birth?
1/9/29.
And you're straight. Okay, Dorthea, first question is, how long have you actually lived at that residence?
I think I moved there in 78, but I was in prison for, I was incarcerated from May the 19th.
1978?
No, 82 until September the 9th of 85.
Okay, so you actually started living there in 1978, and you lived there until 1982, until May when you were sent away.
Right.
And then you got out in September 1985.
Right.
And you've lived there ever since.
Right, okay. I was sent to prison in September of 82. August the 23rd, excuse me, August the 23rd.
August 1982, August 23rd.
But I was incarcerated from May the 19th on.
Okay, so from 1978 to 1982, you lived there, and do you remember who lived there before you?
No. I don't know.
You don't remember?
No. But I've only had the downstairs for a year.
Who lived down there?
Well, I don't have the downstairs, but I collect the rent from my nephew.
Okay.
He lived there before.
What's his name?
Ricardo Ordorica. O-R-D-O-R-I-C-A.
Does he live here in Sacramento?
Yes. I don't remember the address.
How old is he?
About 50, 48, something like that.
Okay, approximately. He's in Sacto too, right?
Yes.
He's the owner of the property.
Right.
And you lease the property.
Right. Well, I pay monthly rent, you know. We've never signed an agreement.
Okay.
But they rented the place out while I was gone, but the utilities stayed in my name.
So the utilities of the property are in your name? Who pays taxes on the
my nephew.
He pays it. So you pay all the utilities on the property is in your name. And you have a verbal agreement lease that you are to live there and maintain and take care of the property.
Right. When I was gone, he rented my apartment out, but kept the utilities under Montalvo, which was one of my married names. Yeah, I'll show you my ID.
So you have Dorthea Montalvo.
Yes.
And you're also Dorthea Puente.
I was born Puente, and I was married to a Montalvo, and I was married to a Puente.
You were born Montalvo, right?
No, I was born Puente.
Puente. Where were you born?
Redlands, California.
Redlands, okay. Okay.
And I was in CIW under Montalvo.
Okay.
And with the feds
you under Puente. Right. Okay. Now, the questions we need to ask you, I need all the truth from you. Okay. Number one is going back. Of course, you know how this whole thing got started was because of this last individual, Montoya. Right. Now, his disappearance is very suspicious. I can tell you that. Even the things that you said didn't even quite connect with what the other individual told us when she spoke to you. There were a lot of inconsistencies in your statement.
Well, I didn't think I was ever going to have to remember everything. And
that's fine. I mean, I can understand that, and you explained that to us. But there's just a lot of inconsistencies. Also,
if they get in touch with you, I mean, wouldn't that?
I'd have to physically see.
Right.
Now, as far as the social worker, he had no relatives known to her and never mentioned of any. But he had mentioned at one time that he wanted to move from your place. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to stay there anymore. And then we talked to Mr. Sharp. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Sharp says he hasn't seen him for 3 months. But you said the other day.
Yeah,
and the social worker hasn't seen him. Mm-hmm. So who is lying to me? Who is lying to me, Dorthea?
Well, I'm not. He was there Saturday and Sunday.
How can Mr. Sharp?
Well, he doesn't even associate with the other people.
Mr. Sharp also told us that you had told him to lie.
I did not.
About saying that he was there, because he later told us that you told him to lie.
In fact, I had asked Mr. Sharp to move.
When did you ask him that?
Let's see. He couldn't pay rent one month, October, because he won his money.
Drinking.
Gambling. I don't know if he drinks or not.
Okay.
And that was the second time that he had done that since he'd been there. And it makes it hard to come up with the rent, and so he finally paid me on the 3rd. And I asked him if he would move when his rent was...
Why would Mr. Sharp tell us...
Because he's mad because I'm making him move.
That he hasn't seen you for 3 months. Also, Ben. Now, how long did Ben live there?
Just 2 months.
Okay, so Ben Fink lived there 2 months.
Right.
Did, let me see, who would have known him? Did Melvin know Ben?
Who?
Melvin, or John. You call him John.
You mean Mervyn?
Mervyn, yeah. Why am I saying Melvin? It's Mervyn.
I don't know, because...
Did he associate with him?
No. He doesn't associate with hardly anybody.
But Ben, what place was Ben staying at?
Downstairs.
In one of the rooms by himself?
Uh-huh.
Okay. See,
but he was gone most of the time because he was always out drinking.
Uh-huh.
And...
Okay.
Okay, and he was on... he had a bad leg. And he would go sell his blood every week.
Down at the Plasma Center,
right.
Yeah. Right.
And he said he was going to go back to Marysville.
Okay. When did he say that?
When I told him that he had to leave.
When was that?
I can't remember what month it was. He was only there a couple of months.
2-3 months ago?
Uh-huh. It was in the summertime sometime.
Now see, Mr. Sharp says that Ben was missing the same time as Montoya. The social worker says she was in contact with Montoya up till about 3 months ago.
Okay.
And she says she has not heard hide nor hair from him.
Well, he really didn't want to see them.
But he went to detox on an occasion.
Twice.
Yeah, and he told him at detox, take me out of your home. I don't want to live there. And the social worker was on very good terms with him, to where she was...
Yes, Judy.
Right, and when he all of a sudden disappeared, she started thinking, what the heck's going on here? And then she got the inconsistent things about, you tell me that the guy was from, you didn't know where he went, and then she got a phone call and she says that you told her he went to Utah. I mean, there's a lot of things, Dorthea, that I don't understand.
I don't know where the man was going to take him.
Okay, but I mean, there's a lot, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of inconsistencies there. Okay. And it can't explain his disappearance. It can't. Now, coupled with all of that, okay, coupled with all of that, and then we come and talk to you.
Could you put a tap on my phone and listen to my conversation, like if they call me?
No.
I would like you to do that.
For me to be satisfied, I would have to physically see them.
Well, then couldn't you, when the call came through, couldn't you monitor all the calls?
No.
And then put a trace on the call?
I don't know how that works, to be
Uh-huh.
truthful with you.
Because I would be willing to have that done,
Yeah.
you know.
But
Because I know he'll get in touch with me.
the other problem is this. You know, we go and talk to you. You're real good about it. And then we ask you for permission.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even have to give us permission to look, but you were cooperating. You said sure. You gave us permission to dig around in the yard and look around. And then we dig, and lo and behold, we find what looks like the remains of a human being, clothing and all.
But if it was Alvaro, you know, Bert.
No, I don't think it's Alvaro. I don't think Alvaro, if he was in the ground, would be that decayed, to be truthful with you. Or Ben Fink, you know. Now, I know that the concrete up in front of the shed hasn't been on the ground that long. I can tell.
Up in front of the shed?
You know where the rose bushes are? You put the roses in the little round circles?
Oh, yeah.
Right in front of the shed. Not in back of the shed where the garden area is, but in front there. It's about an inch thick.
Let me see, in there it's,
How about this last summer, maybe you put that down?
I'm trying to think how long ago. Maybe, it was in February or something like that.
Okay, because there was a trench there. There was an open trench there at one time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we were looking for sewer lines.
Okay, so right in front of that was an open trench. And in fact, if my memory serves me right, that trench went this way and then along the fence on the side of that shed. Am I correct? Made like an L shape.
Okay, you mean...
Right where the concrete is now. Underneath that concrete there used to be, you had there was a ditch. A little ditch. You say you were looking for sewer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now you know where I'm speaking about? Yeah. Okay, you know where the little shed is? Outdoors? Not in the back of the house. The one on the side of the house.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, let's say the garden is, okay, let's do it like this. Here's the garden area, okay? Mm-hmm. Then there's some concrete here, and then you have a shed right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then in front of the shed you have a little bit more concrete with little circles, and I believe those are some kind of bush. And then, let's see, you have another little, some kind of a patio thing here, and then that driveway goes out like that. See, and here's the front of the house. Mm-hmm. You know what shed I'm talking about right here? Mm-hmm. Okay, this area. You know that? Mm-hmm. Where the concrete's only about an inch thick. Mm-hmm. That looks like it hasn't been...
I thought that was about 3 inches thick.
Well, you can see it on the sides, dear. What I'm saying is, that concrete hasn't been there that long. I'm no expert, but I know when I look at concrete, I've been around it long enough, that has not been there that long. Do you remember when that concrete was put down?
It had to be in the early part of the year then.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. There was at one time a trench there. Am I wrong?
No. It was about 2 feet deep.
2 feet deep, and it didn't run in an L shape like this.
No.
Which way did it go? It just went straight across?
Straight, yeah.
Okay, right in front of the shed area.
Like wasn't even as long as this table.
Okay. You were looking for sewer then?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and that was, when was that? Was it summertime? Was it early part of the year?
It was probably March.
About March, okay. Now, and you have a shed back here.
I could have sworn it was last year, but it was this year.
So we know that concrete. Now, the concrete in front here, was that poured the same time as here?
Oh, no.
How long has this concrete been there?
Over a year.
Over a year, okay. And that's connected to the shed. And how long has the shed been there?
Over a year.
Okay. What was here before all that was put down?
Plants.
Plants and garden area, all dirt and stuff like that. Okay.
But it was so much for me to keep raking
up. Oh,
I know.
Okay. Yeah, it would be. Okay, and then you have a little shed back here.
I mean, there was another family living downstairs at that time, you know. Mm-hmm. And
how long has that shed been there?
The metal shed?
Did you get it after you were out you got out in 1985? Did you put it up there, or was it there before it then?
The metal shed? I put it up in God, that's when I have to remember.
I mean, was it after you got out in 1985?
Yeah.
Okay. So after 1985, you put it up,
Mm-hmm.
the shed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, there back of your house, there are some trees planted here.
Mm-hmm.
How long have those trees been there? They seem to be rather new by the way the roots
Yeah, they're
do
only
not.
a couple months old.
Yeah, I can move them with my hand and I can see
Yeah.
that the roots are not
In
adhering
fact,
to
one
the
I was
soil.
going to take out because it was
Dying?
dying.
Okay. It appears that there was some digging in this back area there. Did you have any open trench areas back there?
There used to be a chicken coop there.
Where now? In this whole thing?
Yeah.
How long ago?
A year and a half ago.
Okay. When was the last time there was any digging back here? Because it appears that there has been some digging in there.
Yeah, let's see, that was this summer sometime.
What did you dig up? Was there another trench for sewer or anything?
Yeah, but there was nothing there. John and John dug some, and
Whereabouts? What area of it? Here are the trees right here. What area would it be?
all back in here.
This whole thing?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now over here you have a couple of big concrete. Those big look like bathtubs to me.
Oh, that came out of the upstairs.
Yeah. Anyway, how long have those been there?
3 or 4 years.
Okay, those have never budged. Okay, and then of course I was digging around over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a big tree right here. Okay. But the only digging you know of. Okay, we know there was a trench. You dug a small trench right here. How deep was that?
Maybe 18 inches, 20 inches.
Foot and a half?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then you didn't find anything? You just buried it?
Uh-huh.
And then later on you laid concrete over the whole thing?
Yeah, I threw some, like, if you look in my kitchen, I have one bucket where I put my coffee grounds, eggshells and stuff. In fact, you'll find that all over the yard,
Okay.
you know.
Well, a lot of people do that. Have you ever had any or had the need for any lye around the house?
Lime.
White powder lye?
We put some lime
Lime.
where did John put the lime? I forget if it was Lumberjack or a Capital Nursery told me that the ground is so hard.
Yeah.
Like if you go back and dig where the grass is, you know, where we put the grass in the front, they dug up about that much. If you walk across to the empty lot, you'll see the grass sitting there. And they dug about that much, and we put in, well, I didn't put lime there, but I put a bag of fertilizer and I think 1 bag of potting soil or something, and then.
Well, I noticed a lime back there in the soil.
Well, they said that the ground needed.
Yeah, but I also noticed in the hole we were digging there was some residue of lime. Would there be any reason to be lime 2 feet below in the soil?
Mm-mm.
None. You never put any down.
Never put.
Okay. How about John?
No.
Who did the digging back there for you? Who dug all these trenches?
I think John dug some. I tried, but I couldn't. I can't.
Arthritis or something?
No, I have a bad heart, and I can't lift anything very heavy.
Okay. So John did most of the digging when it needed to
Well,
be
not
done.
always. I mean, sometimes I had, what do you call it, casual labor?
Yeah. Okay. Now, getting back to what we find in this hole here, do you have any knowledge of what was in that hole
Mm-mm.
at any time?
Mm-mm.
Did John ever tell you about anything?
John?
Sure. Could he have put something in that hole?
I don't think so. He's had a quadruple bypass or whatever. You know, whatever he does, he has to.
How about Mr. Kelly?
No, he never does. He has a bad leg.
Okay.
The only thing he ever did was help take up some grass out by the sidewalk where I put some dichondra.
Have you done any digging up here in this area? Or is mainly all your digging is back in the side in here?
On the side, because I always have tomatoes and bell peppers and squash, chili peppers in the summertime. This area here, what's this here?
This is a driveway.
Oh, the
You got the
driveway?
concrete and you got some plastic
Oh.
over here.
Okay, that's from my grass that we just planted yesterday. But that was only dug up about this much.
What was in the middle there before?
Grass, but it was
Bad.
bad.
So you dug it up and you planted
Yeah,
grass.
and if you go look across the street from my house, you can see it.
I believe you. I believe you. Okay, now let's get back to this other thing here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a man missing. Everything seems totally, nothing fits, Dorthea. That's what I'm trying to say. Nothing fits. Okay? And there's one or two things I can surmise. Okay? And that is, Mr. Montoya is dead.
No, he's not.
Okay, well, missed that. I'm just saying. I'm trying to surmise this, and then we'll try to clear this up. That he is dead, and that either John McCauley or what is it, Mervyn,
John, no.
either killed him, or that maybe he met foul play by your hands. That's my alternatives. I don't know. But my other alternative is that the fact that somewhere in that backyard, Dorthea, that he's lying, maybe along with other people.
No.
Okay? And I'm also going to tell you that we had this same information a year ago. A year ago? Yes. A year ago. So, what I'm telling you is not new to me.
Monday, can I hire a contractor to go in and tear everything down and dig it up to prove to you that there's nobody there?
If any digging has to be done, we're going to do the digging.
Oh, okay.
Okay? What I'm trying to do is, right now, save a lot of painstaking trouble. A lot of time and a lot of trouble. And what I'm asking you, my bottom line is what I'm truly asking you, Dorthea.
Sir, I have never killed anybody.
Maybe not you, but how about Mr. McCauley?
What reason would he have to kill anybody?
Well, I know we're going to find out if about the checks, okay, the Social Security checks. Mm-hmm. And I know that you're past, you've been in some trouble with, okay? Right. And I remember when you were arrested and you were in the B, remember in 1982 when you were slipping Mickeys to people? Taking their money?
I didn't do that. I admitted to that to get the trial over with.
Okay, but you still were convicted of it and sentenced to it.
Right.
Okay. The similarities are there. The only thing that's different now is the fact, rather than take something and let it go, you get rid of them, and nothing's ever found. Now here's a man from Costa Rica or Timbuktu that really nobody cares about. Just like Mr. Kelly said. He says, hey, when you're nobody, you're nobody. Nobody cares. So you disappear, you're a transient, or you're a bum, or you're an alcoholic. A lot of people think nobody ever cares.
I cared for him. I bought him clothes. I treated him very, very good.
Have you seen Ben Fink around?
No. I told him not to ever come back on the property.
But he was normally a regular around town. And you know what?
But he's lived in Marysville before.
Dorthea, if he'd have been in Marysville, he'd have been arrested. That's how Ben was. You know how Ben was.
No, I only knew him
drunk.
for 2 months.
He'd get drunk. He'd get a little goofy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then usually end up getting arrested, taking a detox or something. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Gone. What am I to think? What am I to think after hearing this a year and following along, watching, waiting, and then all of a sudden, lo and behold, I dig up a body in your backyard?
I don't know anything. I didn't even see the body.
It may be, and you may be. That may be true. That's why I'm asking you. I'm appealing to you, Dorthea.
Sir, I don't know anything.
I'm going to ask you right now again. Are there any other bodies?
No.
In your backyard?
Not that I didn't even know that one was there.
Did Mr. McCauley put any other bodies in the backyard?
You have to ask Mr. McCauley.
Okay, and I intend to. Okay. And that's why I'm asking you. Because if it has to be said, I want it said right now. Let's clear it up. Let's not get into something that maybe isn't there. I want to know. I want you to be truthful with me.
Sir, I didn't even know that body was there.
Okay.
If I had it, I would have said, no, don't search the yard, But I had nothing to hide. I don't want to go back to prison.
Well, I realize that. I
I'm an
realize
old
that.
lady.
I realize
I'm
that
trying to
too.
get off parole. I'm trying to get my life together.
But Dorothea, all the indications, everything doesn't make any sense is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm appealing to you. I'm
Sir,
appealing to you,
I don't
Dorothea.
know.
That's what I'm saying is nothing makes sense. Nothing. Everything you said was inconsistent with what somebody else said. When you sat in there, it was like sticking your foot in your own mouth. I couldn't believe you were telling me that. Because I thought, wait a minute. Something is wrong here. And then when I talked to Mr. McCauley, he couldn't even substantiate what you were saying. And here's a man that's lived there 4 years.
No, he hasn't
Almost.
lived there
4 years in March.
No, he's been there 2 years.
Well, he says 4 years in March.
Well, he couldn't remember that I'd gotten out in '85.
But he was living there before you then, right?
No.
Dorothea, I know if we dig, we're going to find more. I know that. I know that.
Well, I didn't put him there. I couldn't drag a body any place.
I believe that. But I believe there's somebody else involved here. Somebody else. Because here's people that are still getting checks and they haven't even been seen. Hiding their hair, Dorothea. You have to look at it from my view, dear. I look at it and I think nothing makes sense. This is absolutely
Sir,
goofy.
I have not killed anybody.
Maybe you didn't kill anybody. That may be true. But maybe you know what really happened.
No, I don't.
I think you know about Mr. Montoya. Because Mr. Montoya is not in Costa Rica. Mr. Montoya
He's
is not in
Costa
Utah.
Rica.
Where is he? He's in that backyard, I believe, Dorothea. He is in that backyard or he's been disposed of some other manner
Not by me.
than by Mr. McCauley.
I don't.
Dorothea, I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Asking you,
I don't
Dorothea.
know. I don't think
I want to
John
know what
could
you
do
know.
it.
I want to know what you know. You know, you are the leader of the house. You have the background. Okay? You've been there before. You know what I'm talking about.
I have never killed anybody in my life.
Then who did kill somebody? Mr. McCauley? Tell
I
me.
don't know.
Tell me now.
I don't know. Sir.
Tell me now,
I don't
Dorothy.
know.
When did Mr. Montoya really disappear? When? Let's be honest with me. Be real
September,
honest with me.
October, September.
That's when the last time you saw him.
I saw him this weekend.
Sunday.
Yes.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. Everybody else says, no, he hasn't been around. Why would they tell us that?
I don't know.
Why? Why would they tell us that? Why would
They-
Mr. Sharp tell me that you promised to do some things for him
I did
if he
not.
if he lied for you?
I asked Mr. Sharp to move. That's why he's mad
I'm
at
going to
me.
bring him in here, and I'm
Okay.
also going to bring Mr. McCauley in here. Okay. Would you have any problems with taking a polygraph test? You know what that is?
Mhm.
That's a, well, quote, lie detector. Would you have any problems with taking that?
Right now?
If I was to set up something today, would you have a problem with that? Would you take it?
No. I'd take it Monday.
Why Monday?
Because I'm too nervous right now.
Now you got to remember, nerves play a part of it. But if you were telling the truth, it can pull that out of there. The machine works on if you're lying, it's going to say you're lying, Dorothea. If you're telling the
Okay,
truth,
let me tell you
wiggling and
something.
shaking.
I always look like I'm lying because I'm nervous because I've been in prison.
Dorothea, you sit where a lot of people are sitting, I know. And I'm not taking the idea, I'm not using that against you that you've been in prison. Okay? What I say when I say you know what
Once a
I'm...
person has been in prison, the police officers, that's...
Not so. Not
Yes,
so.
it is.
You know, but I'm saying it's the background. It's the background. It's not like you were in there for something else. What I'm asking for is nothing makes sense here, Dorothea. Nothing makes sense. Everything you said, you can't really substantiate. Mr. McCauley tells me another thing. Mr. Sharp tells me another thing, and I've got a guy that's been missing for at least 2.5, 3 months.
I have not...
And a social
killed
worker that
anybody.
says, I've been working with the guy all the time, and he just up and leaves. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute.
And then all of a sudden, they didn't want anything to do with him.
And then, yeah, no, that's not so. That's not so. She worked with him. She worked with him. She's the one that made the report.
I know it, and I was going
But then
to.
what I'm saying is, I hear this a year ago. A year ago I hear this.
I didn't have him a year ago.
No, not him. I heard about other people. You know what I heard? I heard, hey, Dorthea, over at 1426 F Street, killing people and burying them in their backyard. How do you explain the body in the backyard?
I don't know.
2.5 feet down, with clothing and everything with it. How?
When you find out how old it is and see that I didn't have anything to do with that.
What if it's only a year old? What if it's 2 years old? What if it goes back and it's going to be in between that 1978 and 1982? How are you going to explain that? It isn't old enough that it's already, the bones are disintegrating. I can tell you. It looked like there's flesh still there.
I didn't know bones disintegrated.
You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Then what are you going to tell me? If I say, hey, they say me at the max, maybe at that time zone where you were there. How do you explain that? Somebody snuck in your backyard and put a human body and buried it?
There wasn't other people living there. There was 2 other families that lived downstairs.
But you know what goes on in that residence. You are the keeper of the house. You are the keeper of the yard.
8 o'clock at night, sometimes 9 o'clock, sometimes 7:30.
Dorthea,
Do you really think I'm guilty?
you want me to be truthful with you?
Yes.
I'm going to be real truthful with you. Dorthea, I think somehow you're involved in it. It may not have been by your hand, but it's by somebody's hand. And I think you are very, very frightened right now. You're looking and you don't know what to think. And it's not just because you've had any prior background, because there's been a lot of people. I mean, most of the people we talk to all the time, so I understand that point. But the problem is, I think what you realize is this whole thing is up. I think you realize that whatever has been going on is up. It's over. Because we are going to uncover that yard. And you've lived there, and that's why, Dorothy, I'm saying right now, this whole thing is up. These people have been missing, and you can't even explain why. And then when you tell me it's something that it's totally different than what I know. Why? Am I wrong? Am I lying?
I haven't killed anyone.
Then what happened there?
My conscience is not bothering me. When I confessed to my other stuff and went to prison for it, I was glad to get it off my conscience.
Okay, and that's why you'll never rest, and you have no intention of going back to prison. I know that. And I don't know if you would honestly tell me. I don't know right now if you would tell me that if you did,
yes, I would.
You would tell me.
Yes, I would.
I don't know. I think
because I can't take the pressure and stuff.
Well, if you didn't, somebody else did, and the only other person that I can say that has remarkably been around when these guys have disappeared, that's Mr. McCauley.
Well, question Mr. McCauley.
I am, but I think you might have knowledge. What I basically want to know from you is, where is Mr. Montoya? Where he really
right,
is.
Matter, I don't know.
And you said you saw him Sunday.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay, well, let me go out and make a few phone calls. You want some more water?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, if you would, you'd take a polygraph.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not, you know how that works, they're not trick questions. We don't sit there and try to, it's not like that. We ask you the basic questions like I might ask you,
Could I take it with my parole officer?
Jim Wilson?
Yes.
He could be present, sure. No, we have no problem with that. Okay.
He set it up for Monday and I'll come in and take it.
And then,
because I want to get off parole.
I know you do. I think everybody does.
And I've had a good record.
Well, I know that. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I see this and I say, hey, here's no problem. And then all of a sudden it starts happening and we have information a while back and I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why are these people saying this? What's going on here? Okay, what's going on? Why does one of the occupants say, hey, Dorthea told me to lie. She said she'd give me some stuff. She told me to lie.
I didn't.
Why would this man, and then this man knowing, I says, if you lie to me, then you're in violation of the law if you're going to tell me this stuff.
Sir, I asked him to move and he is upset.
Okay. Well, we'll get it all. I want to check everything you're telling me, Dorthea.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check everything that you've been telling me and to make sure that that's what's going on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But let me warn you, if I find any inconsistency whatsoever, Dorthea, anything, okay, you know what the next step is.
Right.
Okay, and it won't end there. That's why I'm saying, if there's something you got to say, or if you're protecting somebody, or
I'm
you
not
feel
protecting
fond,
them.
or you don't want to turn them in, or you know something, tell me now. Get it out. Get it out. We'll discuss it. There may be some reason. There may be
There's
something
no reason.
logical. The only thing is, right now, we got somebody sitting down in that hole, and we don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is. I didn't go out there and look. I sat right in my kitchen where I said I said I'll sit right here. The only thing I did was to go put a dress on because I didn't want to be running around with my night clothes on.
I don't blame you.
It was a holiday. I didn't expect anybody, and
Okay. You want me to get some water, and I'll get some more coffee. Now try to think while I'm not here a few minutes. Just try to, if anything comes to mind, let me know. Because that's why I'm here. I need to know. I need questions answered, Dorthea. Okay.
okay, would you
And I try to look you straight in the eye.
Well, I'm trying to look at you too, but they
I
say
want the truth.
But they say if you keep looking at somebody, you're telling a lie.
No, because when you look at me, I'm looking at your eyes. I'm watching you. I'm trying to extract right out of you. I want the truth out of you. I'm trying to extract that, and by looking in your eyes,
Well, I
I'm
wish
looking into
Mr.
your
Montoya
soul.
would show up right now.
I just don't think he's going to.
He
ever.
is. He is. I believe in God, and I know He's going to show up.
How about Ben Fink?
Mr. Fink, I haven't seen him since the day I told him to move because I couldn't take his falling down and drinking anymore.
Okay. Let me get you some water. Sorry, keep waiting. Be right back.
Put the concrete down. You know where the little road bushes are, the little circles are, where the trench was?
Mm-hmm.
Who dug the trench, first of all? Macaulay? Was he the one doing the digging?
No.
Who was doing the digging on it?
Jose Gonzalez and some guy by the name of Jim.
Jose Gonzalez, how old was he?
About 55.
Jose Gonzalez. Where did he live? Did he live downtown here?
Mm-hmm.
Was his name Jose or Pedro?
I think he lived at 25th and J.
Oh, okay. He didn't live over here at 5th and J? Okay. Pedro Gonzalez. Or Jose Gonzalez. Now, they dug the hole. Did they just dig it for you and then you searched around and looked for pipes, or Macaulay searched around and looked for pipes, or what?
Well, when we feel there was no pipes there, we just covered it right back up.
Who covered it up now?
I think they did.
Okay. And then about, you say March or so this year, that concrete was put down.
Mm-hmm.
Who put that concrete down?
I can't remember.
Was it somebody around there? Did Macaulay do it?
No.
You hired someone to do it?
Uh-huh.
Because it's awfully thin. I mean, it looks like if I hit it with a hammer, it'd break.
I just didn't want to have to pull up weeds.
Okay, I understand that.
I don't care that much for yard work.
I don't blame you. Neither do I. Okay, I'll be right back. Dorthea, come on out. I'm gonna have you sit in the lobby for a while. We gotta make some phone calls. You might as well sit and relax out here. It's a little cool. Have a seat right there. If you need any more water, let me. There it is. Let me get my coffee cup here. Huh? Let me get my coffee cup. You want some coffee? Or
No, that's...
Yeah, no. Coffee. You don't want nothing to keep you awake, huh?
No.
Right.
Okay.
What a day.
Well, I'll tell you, huh?
Okay, now is it John or Melvin?
Mervin.
Or Mervin. Why should she call you John?
M-E-R-V-I-N. John McCauley.
Oh, Mervin John.
Yeah.
Okay. M-C-C.
C-A-U-L-E-Y. I go by the name John, except, legal stuff like signing my check.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But I was born with that name.
Okay.
Now you know why I use the John.
Yeah, she keeps saying John. I say, Mervin, is it Melvin, Mervin, or John who? I think we maybe have one of those personalities,
Yeah.
Well, we have a three-person. Okay. Basically, first of all, again, how long have you lived there?
Now, I was thinking that over again because I think all this time I thought it was 3.5 years and would be 4 in March. But actually, it's 2.5 years and will be 3 in March.
Oh, okay. So you move in after Dorthea?
Oh, yeah.
Was out.
She was
1985. Okay.
Oh, yeah. She was already home.
So 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Okay. Have you performed any digging in that backyard?
Just planting stuff, like tomato plants. I haven't done any.
Who else been digging in that yard?
Well, she's had, those people from the center that they sent on work.
Yeah. How about Jose?
No, he never did any digging at all. He
Jose never did digging?
No, he, not that I know of anyhow. He might have done some. See, because around the first of the month, I'm not worth shit for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because I drink quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm an alcoholic.
All right. Now, the concrete, you know where the shed is on the side there where we were digging?
Yeah.
Then there's a tree, and then there's a big slab of concrete.
Right.
Then there's the little shed.
Yeah.
And then right in front of that shed,
There's some more concrete.
some more concrete. It looks like about an inch thick.
Yeah. Yeah.
About an inch thick.
Yeah.
And then you have the little circles with the plants in there.
And then in the, I call it a lanai.
Or lean-to. Either way. Yeah, in there.
There's cement in there too.
Put down the same time the other one was?
No, that was put in when I built the shed, and that was 2 years ago.
Okay. You built that out. Like lean-to. That's the outer one, near the driveway.
Yeah, the one that faces the street.
Okay. Or lanai.
I call it. That's fancy word for shed. No, it's just to put chairs and tables there, for barbecue and stuff like that.
Okay. Now,
I did that on my own. She didn't even ask
did you
me
put the
to.
concrete down there where those little circles were?
No. I more or less supervised it.
Who put it down?
I think she had some boys from the center put it down.
Okay. Now, was there any other open trenches or holes underneath that you can remember?
No.
At any time ever?
Not to my knowledge. There could have been at any time,
Did you know of anybody digging for sewer pipe there?
All I know is that there was no trenches, as far as I know.
Okay. Nobody dug any of them.
Well, it could have happened without my knowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long ago was that concrete put down there?
That concrete was put down, I was trying to think, between 16, a year and a half. One was put down a month before the other. So, but both of them been about a year and a half.
The one where the one in front of between the sheds?
Yeah. The one
Because it doesn't look that old.
Well,
Okay. Also, Dorthea says that was laid down maybe this year. And she was quite specific about it when I questioned her
Well, it
about
could be. I don't know.
But you supervised it.
I mean,
a year and a half
was down there.
Year and a half would almost be the time when you moved in.
Well, see, like I thought I'd been there 3.5 years, so maybe it was just more recently. See, I was just trying to think of.
Okay, let's back up.
Yeah.
Was it put down this year or not? Let's get into specifics,
I can't
Mr.
be
McCauley.
absolutely sure.
You don't know?
I don't want to tell you a lie.
Okay.
So
you don't know when it was put down?
Well, I can't be absolutely sure. I thought it was longer than she said.
Okay. Now, now the last time you saw Mr.
I'll tell you how you could find out.
How?
By the center, you know.
What center is that?
The work release center.
From where?
Like that black guy that was there today.
Yeah.
He's from that center.
Skill Center
Well,
on Stockton Boulevard?
I think it's out on 69th Street or something like that. I don't have the card.
We can find that out later.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's guys that are just before they're released on parole or just before they finish their sentence that they allow them to go out.
It's kind of like on the job, the training, make some money, do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'd know because I imagine they keep records.
Okay. Now, when was the last time you saw Mr. Montoya?
Bert?
Bert.
I saw him Sunday
Okay.
about noon.
Now, Mr. Sharp says
Yeah.
that he hasn't seen him for 3 months.
Well,
2.5
Mr.
maybe.
Sharp sits down in his little room down there.
But he would know, because I watch how all you guys congregate, and in and out. Everybody knows when somebody is not.
No, the only reason I was out and not in my room was because you came over and I was just showing that guy what wood she wanted sawed up, you know, for her nephew's fireplace, and that's all. That's the only reason I was downstairs at all, because I haven't been doing much of anything with this owner.
Now, Ben, do you remember
No.
Ben?
Now,
The Indian?
I
The Eskimo?
An Eskimo?
Or Indian, or whatever?
Eskimo, Indian? No. There's never been an Eskimo or an Indian there, but I know.
Well, his name was Ben. Maybe he's Mexican Indian. I don't know. Mestizo, I don't. It's hard to.
I don't know most of these guys' names because they're not there very long.
Okay. Well, Dorthea says Ben was there for 2 months.
Was he there that long?
And said everybody, and even said that he
the only guy I can really remember because he was a hemophiliac was a guy named Bill. See, now that's the only guy I really remember by name.
What happened to Bill?
I think he went to some alcohol treatment center. I'm not sure about that.
Was Dorthea serving as a payee?
For him, no. No, he used to take his own medicine, you know. He used to make himself sick so he'd get into the hospital out here at UCD.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got too much and she had to leave, had to ask her to leave. That, and he was hoarding these Tylenol pills. And she was afraid that he might be giving some to, you know, that niece.
Who?
Dorothea's niece.
Brenda?
Brenda.
When was the last time she was around?
Well, the last time, I don't know whether it was you or her parole officer or somebody come and picked her up. And she swore that Dorthea had turned her in, and she hadn't, you know. But after all, what she expects every time she comes down, she gets tested dirty.
Yeah, Brenda. And then it was Jose Gonzalez. That's who she was hanging around with. Did you remember him now?
I remember a guy.
Jose. The old, about 50-year-old Mexican guy.
Is that what his name is?
She and Brenda was hanging around him.
I don't know, but I know.
Remember they got busted?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Somebody called up and said, hey, they're the ones that were involved in some homicide.
I was in the kitchen, you know, when they just walked right in and busted her all to hell. And she swore that Dorthea turned her in, and she hadn't.
Not only that, as she mentioned the fact that Dorthea was putting people in the backyard.
Really?
At that time. At that time, John.
I seem to remember Dorthea saying somebody came over with sensors or something.
Dorthea tell you that? Looking for bodies?
Something like that. I don't know whether or they were going to, or I mean, it was just off the top of her head.
Was that right after Brenda had been arrested?
How
long ago was that this year?
Oh, jeez, I couldn't tell you. My memory for facts like that is very bad. But
do you remember her mentioning something?
It has to have been after she. I don't know. She was busted a couple of times.
Okay, but do you remember Dorthea telling you that
something about
they came over with sensors?
No, but she did. I don't know whether she said they came over with sensors or they were going to come over with sensors. But she said, you know what? She told me that Brenda had said something about bodies in the backyard. See? And I
What'd
said,
she
well,
think of
that's
that?
crazy. I says, that's crazy. What's she trying to do? You know, for some imagined wrong that you were supposed to do? Because
You thought it was she was being vindictive is what she was doing.
yeah, well, because Dorthea sends packages to some of the girls down in prison, you know, whenever she can.
Right.
And they'd call her, you know, until that Brenda was spreading all these lies about her. You know,
About what? About doing what?
about
Killing people and burying them in their backyard?
Well, she didn't specifically say that, but she did say something about that Dorthea was giving Brenda drugs. You know, and Dorthea won't even keep, anything but her sleeping pills in the house or whatever the doctor gives her, you know. And she made a point of telling me, because, see, I used to take Tylenol 3 for my arthritis until they put me on that ibuprofen. And she told me to make sure I didn't give Brenda any of those.
And when was that? This year? Early part of this year?
Well, Brenda was staying there at that time.
What time then?
I don't know. I think she stayed there twice.
This year.
Yeah, I think it was this year.
And it was that time that Dorthea had come to you and said, hey, she's spreading lies that supposedly there are people in my backyard, or I'm giving her drugs and there's people in our backyard.
It was something like that. It's hard to recall it.
See, the thing that doesn't make sense, Mr. McCauley, is the fact that I've got two people that say they haven't seen Mr. Montoya. That was the one social worker who kept in good contact with him. He'd gone over to detox and said, I don't want to live at Dorthea's anymore. She's been trying to get a hold of him all this time to where she said, wait a minute, nothing seems right. Something is definitely wrong. He never told her about relatives or anybody. He's from Costa Rica. My question...
He told me that he wanted to go home to Costa Rica.
But he was mentally ill. How could he couldn't even do anything, let alone... Even the social worker says this guy couldn't even... He didn't know how to do anything, let alone get on a bus and go anywhere. That whole thing about Mexico, that's a crock of shit.
Well,
that is a crock of garbage.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
Because I didn't see him leave that time. But I did see him leave this time. And it was in a darkish color.
What was he dressed in? You don't know.
You don't notice things like that.
Okay.
Because I noticed
all of a sudden
I tell you, the guy he left with was a little shorter than me, and I'm 5'8". He was a little thinner than me, and I was trying to see. I think he had a mustache. I'm not absolutely sure. You know, one of those pinky ones, you know, like the Mexicans wear.
Do you gamble?
No, not anymore.
How about Mr. Kelly?
Who?
Mr. Kelly that lives there. Is it Kelly that lives down there?
Oh, Pat?
Pat?
If he does, I don't know about it.
Has anybody recently been up gambling?
He might have been. I don't know.
When?
I don't.
Where does he go if he usually gambles?
I don't know that he does gamble.
Okay.
The only one that I do know gambles is John Sharp, and he gambles up at George Ann's. You know, the...
Okay. Do they ever go like to South Lake Tahoe or to Reno?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
They might have, but see, I don't keep tabs on those people because I don't. Well, Mr. Sharp, I don't like to begin with. And I'm telling you how.
Well, Mr. Sharp has talked to us and said a few things. Number one is he said that Dorthea asked him to lie when the officer was there. That she would return him with some favors, do some things for him, make things pleasant for him.
Because I think that might be a little vindictive too, because I think she's asked him to move. Because there was one guy there that I think it was one of those welfare agents sent over, you know, and he only stayed the one night. I don't even remember his name, but I do remember he had to use a crutch, and he lied to Dorthea about going and look for a job or going out and doing whatever he was supposed to, you know, and she threw him out right away because she won't stand people.
When was Mr. Sharp?
And he's called several times harassing her,
Who, Sharp?
No.
This other guy?
That other guy.
When was Sharp asked to move?
I don't know. Dorthea just said she'd asked him to move Saturday. See, I try and stay out of as much of her business as I can.
Okay. But here again is the problem.
It's not my place, you know. I'm just a tenant.
Okay. I'm going to ask you again, do you know anything about that body in the backyard, or do you know anything about any other bodies in the backyard? Now, the bottom line is this, Mr. McCauley. I believe there are other bodies in the backyard.
You do?
Yes.
I don't see how they could have got there.
Well,
but the
just like this one here, I'm hearing the same thing.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you know, I had no idea there was any kind of a body back there.
All right. You've been there longer than anybody. You were a relative of Dorthea's.
Well, very distant.
Okay.
We don't even acknowledge it. I'm a relative of hers, like Mexicans are interrelated.
Okay.
I mean, I never traded on her relationship to me. I pay her my rent. I pay my own way, and if I do a little bit of work around the house, maybe she'll buy me cigarettes or a beer or two or something like that. But I don't ask for any favors. I pay my full rent, and I mind my own business. If I can help her do just a little something, I do.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. Point blank.
Sure.
Did you kill anybody on those premises?
No.
Okay. Number two.
I don't know of anybody having been killed on those premises.
Okay, and you've never assisted anybody in any
Oh,
form or way,
way.
nor have you ever dug a hole to allow a body to be placed in it.
Any hole I dug wouldn't cover it.
Nor do you have any knowledge of anybody
I have
being
no
there.
knowledge of whatsoever of
And
anybody ever being.
and you swear that the last time
I
you
swear.
saw Mr. Montoya was Sunday.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Because
was
what we're going to do is get a hold of the Costa Rican government, which we're pretty good
Well,
with.
I don't know where he was
Dorthea says Costa Rica. I said, how'd you know? And then I said, why didn't you?
Well, I know he's been talking about wanting to go back to Costa Rica. But now whether he's gone back there or not, I have no idea.
And relatives, I mean, we've gotten some, I mean, we've received some things the social worker has that is just terribly out of character. Totally out of character.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Do you have any knowledge that Dorthea might be involved in something like this?
No, I have no knowledge of
Okay.
I don't.
You know that withholding knowledge or anything on your part places you right with her.
If I knew anything, I'd tell you.
Well, something is desperately wrong here.
Huh?
Something is desperately
Well,
wrong. Mr. McCauley.
whatever's wrong, I don't know about.
Okay. Would you be willing to take a polygraph test?
Sure.
Okay. You know what that is?
Oh, yeah, I've taken one before.
Okay.
As a condition of employment once.
Oh, okay. What we'd like to do is set up to where you would take a polygraph, because we have to do this. It's a matter of routine. We've got to find out, because somebody is lying to me. I've got I've got facts.
I've heard all these different stories.
At one time or another.
At one time or another.
That people were being buried in the backyard by Dorthea.
Well, it first started, I think, a long time ago when...
How long?
A couple of years ago.
Okay.
When this... let's see, I think it's her nephew's sister and her husband were living downstairs, and they weren't getting along with, they couldn't get along with anybody. He'd take off and all that kind of stuff. And then she'd accuse Dorthea of all these wildest things.
Of burying people?
I don't know whether she might have said that.
What did she say, if you can remember? The best to your knowledge.
She didn't say them to me. She said them to Dorthea, and I'd just be able to tell you secondhand.
Okay.
See? So
she said them to Dorthea, and Dorthea told you.
Well,
all these wild things about it.
Yeah, and finally they, Ricardo, her nephew that owns the house, you know, Dorthea signed it over to him when she went to prison. He finally had to get them evicted by court order because, I don't know, he was taken off, and he had another girl on the side, and she's there, and Dorthea...
That's Dorthea's nephew who owns the property.
Well, I don't know their exact arrangement, but I think when she went to prison, she signed it over to him.
Okay, as far as you know, who owns the property?
As far as I know, Ricardo owns the property.
And then Dorthea's been, she says, lease.
Yeah, well, back lease or whatever it is. I think she's one of those lease arrangements where you get it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. And then everyone just kind of sublets.
And then she pays the taxes and the mortgage, or gives him the money for the taxes and the mortgage.
Okay. And all the utilities are in
and utilities and water bill and.
But you know nothing. You know nothing about.
I have no knowledge of anybody bearing anybody.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me see what we're.
Okay.
Just try to relax. No water. You don't want anything.
Oh no, I'm fine.
Okay. Oh, John, let's come out of here. I'm going to talk to her again.
No.
Get my shirt. Just wait right out in the lobby there, John, please. It's down on the front steps, but don't shut the door behind you. It'll lock you out. If you get shut, hit that little button. I'll tell you what. You have a smoke right out here in the veranda. Okay. One thing I need to ask you is, we'd like to dig some more, okay? And that might entail digging up that concrete where those flowers are.
That's okay.
Okay, do you have any problem with us digging, or
No.
none whatsoever? Okay, because you don't have to let us.
Look, I want to get this over with.
Okay. What else? How do you get a hold of your nephew? How can we get a hold of him also?
Ricardo Orderica. He works at the Clarion.
Clarion Hotel?
But he's not there right now.
How about a home phone or anything?
428. Just a minute. Four two eight 1471.
1471. Okay. His name is Ricardo. Okay. I'll talk with John and enlighten us into a couple other areas. Okay, but basically that's what we want to do. And if there is, like I said, if there is a point where everything has to be replaced and everything, I think the city will bear that burden of taking care of that. But I'd like to get a hold of Ricardo and advise him also what we'd like to do to the property and see if that's okay with him.
It's okay because he let me put it up. I paid for all of that.
Okay, all that concrete and shed and... Okay.
Because I didn't have enough storage space, you know. And I just can't do the yard work anymore.
Okay. All right. Now, your niece, Brenda, she was living with you this year?
No, a year ago September.
Okay. Was Jose living there with her also?
No.
Oh, she just still was hanging around him? Okay. How well do you know Jose?
Not very well.
Okay, because I know, when you mention Jose, and I think, I know who Jose was. I arrested him.
No.
Remember when he and Brenda were in the little, we picked them up, Brenda and Jose, down at his place. We brought him in. Did she ever tell you about that?
I haven't talked to her since then.
Since a year and a half ago? Has it been a year and a half?
A year ago September.
A year, so it's been a year and a month approximately. Almost 2 months. Okay. Okie dokie.
Will you...
At any point...
Are you going to let me go, or do I have to stay here?
No, more than likely. We'll let you take on back. We'll furnish you some ride. Now...
I'll take a cab. It's bad enough.
We can even give you a free cab back. It doesn't matter to us.
Can John and I go back together?
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, we might have to talk with him a little bit more. One of the things I wanted to ask you is, have you ever talked to John about people, maybe like Brenda, accusing you of maybe putting people in the backyard or anything? Did that ever surface?
Yes.
When was that?
She told me that if I didn't let her stay there, that she was going to say that.
When was that?
A couple of years ago.
Okay. She said she was going to say that that you were burying people in the backyard if you didn't let her stay there. So she was kind of extorting you.
Yes, she was.
And what'd you tell her? Go to hell?
Yes. In fact, I turned her in.
On what?
When she came home, I let her come from prison and stay there for a few days. And she was using drugs. I don't believe in drugs.
Okay.
I don't smoke. This year I was nervous and I was out there picking myself. I take my heart medication, my thyroid, my hormone, that kind of medication. John and anybody that stayed there can tell you that I don't allow drugs.
Okay.
In fact, I don't even allow smoking.
So she did threaten you some time back that, hey, I'm going to tell the police. threaten your life and then tell you better let me stay here. I want to tell the police you're burying people in your backyard? Okay. And you thought hogwash. And then you said no, she wasn't staying there. Okay. Did you ever tell John that?
John knows that she said that to me.
Was he ever present?
In fact, he picked her up off the floor a couple of times, off the bed. Not off the bed, but she kept falling out of bed. And we finally, I asked John to help me because I can't lift anything heavy. And I put a blanket down, and he helped me lay her down on the floor.
Okay.
And then I called. She left my house. She got out on a Saturday, and she was supposed to report Monday. She left Sunday morning to go see whoever, and she didn't come back until Wednesday night, and that's when we were up all night with her.
Do you remember when she was a suspect in that murder over there? And remember that?
No, because
her and Jose were supposedly involved with the killing of somebody.
Oh yeah.
And we arrested them.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Was it you that called the police and gave anonymous information?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And it turned out that they weren't involved, actually. Because I dealt with that case.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's when I started receiving information.
Okay, but...
That was this year.
No, I didn't... it wasn't this year that I called. It was a year ago.
It might have been somebody else, because somebody called on him. And, of course, she said it was Dorthea.
Dorthea? On what murder?
No. She said, no. This was something where when we picked them up for it, she says, hey, I know who called in and blamed this on us. Dorthea did.
Oh.
See? So,
Oh.
But anyway, I wanted to...
But her parole officer did tell her that I called when they picked her up at my house, which I thought was kind of lousy because I gave him my word. Like I told you, I'm trying to get off parole. I'm trying to do what's right. And when I called him, they promised me they wouldn't tell her that I called because I said, as soon as he says, when she shows up, would you call? And I said, yes. And I did. And when they came, they walked in and arrested her.
Okay.
2 times they arrested her at my house.
At your house. And that was a year and a half ago?
They arrested her on September about the 4th or 3rd. And then they arrested her once before she got out. And she was just out a short time. She started using and burnt my rug and all kinds of stuff.
Was Jose at your house a lot?
No, he just came and did some work. I only met him through her on... I let her have him call her... I let him call her collect there one time when he was someplace. And then... I didn't know he was in prison at that time. And he came and did some work for me.
Okay.
Now, they could have killed somebody, you know. Although they were never at the house at the same time together. But Brenda's a real bad heroin addict. In fact, I think they're looking for her now. Because somebody came to the house the other day looking for her. But I wasn't home. Do you speak Spanish?
Some.
All right, because my nephew, he speaks English, but he...
Rather speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, let me go give him a call. You hang tight. Dorthea
Hey,
is...
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Jose?
was the murderer by the name of Ed Williams?
What do you mean the murderer?
You said that they were involved in a murder. Was that Ed Williams?
No. Why, do you know of anything they've been involved in?
Yeah, Jose was working and staying with Ed Williams at 25th and J. He was taking care of him.
Oh yeah, the old man Ed Williams. No, Ed Williams was there.
Oh.
He was just, what happened is Ed finally went to the hospital.
Oh.
think we're gonna get ready to send you back. You want to ride back with him? I'll get him. Just sit here and I'll get him.
Okay.
But give us a few minutes, okay?
Howdy.
We can put you in a.
We'll pay for a taxi cab if that's fine for both of you. And that way it'll save, the trip.
Well, I'll be right back. Let me get the book. You want to go back to 1426, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get a book. And I'll get you all signed up.
I don't know why they brought you down here.
Just a question, maybe, that's all. He says because I was oldest tenant, longest living tenant. You know, all this time I thought I'd been there 3.5 years, but it's only been 2.5.
I kept trying to tell you that because he called me a liar.
Yeah.
This is very nice to me, though. John Sharp told him that.
Yeah, and how can he say something like that?
I don't know. I told him, I said, it's because I asked him to move.
You know where this all starts, all the way back to that, what was Vesuvio, or was that his name?
And Brenda.
And then Brenda.
Yeah, he told me about Brenda. I thought, yeah, she threatened me, you know.
Yeah.
I was afraid. I did tell my PO at that time that I was afraid that she might try to kill me or something.
Yeah.
They're going to tear all the cement out and all the buildings down.
I know, God almighty.
They're going to do it today?
I don't know.
They're going to call the Carter if they can, get his permission.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I told him that, that you'd sign it over to him when you went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you told me. I says, I imagine what you guys kind of like a lease back arrangement for the rest of your life. Because, that's the way I understood it. I didn't know exactly.
I was shocked to see you come walking in.
Oh, didn't you hear him tell me that he was going to want to talk to me later on?
Yeah, but I thought that they'd have you come down next week or something,
No, he says he'll try to do it today.
Oh, to talk to you today?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of the homicide detectives was coming in, so...
Did you,
I locked the two front doors, and I told, what's his name, Pat, to keep an eye on her. Thanks.
Yeah, because I was worried about the house being unlocked.
No, I locked the front doors. I left the back door open for the kitty cats.
I was, I was worried at first that I wasn't going to go back because...
Well, these things have to be investigated. And
I can't believe they found that goddamn body there. He said it was only 2 feet down.
Oh, it was more than that. Or at least it looked more like that to me.
And he said, well, if it proves it was there before 1978, he says, you're in trouble. I said, well, I don't know what to say.
Between 1978?
Yeah.
Why, is that when you bought the house?
That's when I moved in myself. See, my bedroom's unlocked, and John Sharp's in that house.
Yeah. Well, I did tell Pat to keep an eye on things,
I was afraid that the house would get cold without the doors being shut,
No, I shut the 2 top doors, locked the 2 top doors. So it's just, the bottom one's open just a little bit for the kitty cats to get in to get their food. And when I left, Pat had gotten up and was sitting outside there. And they just strung, that yellow police line thing around that area. And
I was telling was standing there when I left.
Then the Channel 10 come by.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Probably on the news tonight, huh?
I don't know.
That jacket's dirty, John. You better let me wash it tomorrow.
I know. But it was quickest thing I could grab, you know.
Did they call and tell you, or look at your hand, how purple it is?
Well, that's just because I'm putting pressure on it. You know, back here. See, the cast extends all the way back here, and then when I put pressure on it, sometimes it puts a strain on it. Oh, it still don't feel good, I'll guarantee you. Teach me. Go out, get drunk, do stupid things.
Now, John Sharp told this guy here that I promised him something. I forget what the guy said.
Yeah, he mentioned something like that to me. I said, she's not going to promise him nothing. She's told me that she's getting them out of there.
I gave him
That we're supposed to move this coming Saturday or something like that. I didn't know your exact words. I mean, you know, he's asking me things. How can I remember word for word? You know, something you might have told me 2 years ago.
I know. That's why I told him if I knew I was going to have to remember, I would have tried to remember. I told him, bug my telephone. You know, put a bug on my telephone.
It's hard to remember, you know. Like, he asked me when all this talk started, and I says, I think it started, you know, with that one that Ricardo had to evict. I couldn't think of his name, Vesuvian. I couldn't think of his name. It just came to me now.
And then he said that when he arrested Brenda and Jose for something.
Yeah, he said he said they were busted both together.
Yeah, and then he said that I told him that they were looking for him again, or for her. And then he says,
is she out?
yeah, but they're looking for her because they were at the house the other day, and I was out shopping when they came looking for her.
Who they talked to?
Pat.
I told him, hell, I stand in my room most of the time. I don't know what those guys downstairs are doing.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
He says, well, everybody's down there today. I said, yeah, because she had one guy. And I couldn't think of the name of that center that you had to work in. Now, I could have sworn it's been over a year since that cement was poured.
Me too.
But I told him one way he could find out is he could call that center out there and find out when you had that.
It was a year because Jose, them did it a year ago this month.
Was it Jose?
No.
Well, I said, to best of my recollection, 16, 18 months ago. But then I said, but then again, I thought I'd lived there for a longer period than I did.
Yeah, because see, I got out September the 9th of 85.
Yeah. And I could have sworn I'd lived there 3.5 years. And I've told everybody that.
Did did Channel 10 take pictures?
He had his camera with him. Yeah. So, well, you know, the police like to cooperate with the media because they can get some good tips from them a lot of times, you know, and stuff like that. So I don't think it was right that they allowed him to walk onto the property, though.
Oh, well,
But he was taking pictures of the outside of the house and everything.
I'll be on the news tonight then.
Well,
Yeah, I was worried about the cats being able to, you know, being locked in or being locked out.
No, they're not locked out. All the strange people there.
I didn't dare.
Floppy was on my bed.
I didn't dare talk to you when you came up there because you know.
There's nothing to talk about. Yeah.
No, I just feel bad that you're involved.
No, don't worry about that, heck. It doesn't bother me. They asked me if I'd take a lie to take a test, and I said, sure, why not?
No, they asked me that too. I said, yeah, my PO is present.
Yeah. I got nothing to hide.
I have to go see him Monday. I don't know how I'm going to get way out on Madison Avenue.
Where, well, when do you have to see him?
Monday.
Do you specify time?
No, he might come. I'm going to call and see if he can come to the house. Maybe I don't know, I can't remember the address, but it takes a long time to get out
Yeah,
there on
it's-
the,
4337 Madison Avenue, I think he gave me his card.
my P.O. did.
Yeah. His name's James S. Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5777 Madison Avenue.
How come he gave you his card?
I don't know.
This guy here asked me right off the bat, he says, can I ask you something personal? Or what the involvement between you and John? I said, nothing.
Oh, you mean whether we were intimate or something
Yeah.
like that?
And I think he asked me if you'd lie for me. I said, I don't think so.
Huh?
I think he asked me if you'd lie for me or something like that. I said, I don't think so.
Lie for you? Why should I lie for you?
That's what I told him.
I got nothing to lie about. I don't know anything to lie about.
And then I told him, I can't lift anything heavy. I can't believe this.
And he told me he's sure that they're going to find more bodies. He says, I don't know. I think he said, see, even when 5 minutes ago, it's hard to recall the exact words of some of these.
Yeah, you feel my mouth getting so dry.
Yeah. Well, it's a very unpleasant situation to be in.
Did your mouth get dry?
No, that's. He asked me if I wanted some water or some coffee, and I said no.
Yeah, I took 2 glasses of water. I felt like I had cotton candy in my mouth.
Well, you know, this is serious business. I mean, it's not like, you know, you were arrested for a traffic
I know,
ticket.
here I'm just ready to get off parole, you know.
Yeah, and this something like this happens.
I never will now.
He told, I think he said something about the VOA was pushing it or something. Is what it was all about.
He says that Bert had gone there and asked to move from my place. I can't believe that. Because he's the one that didn't want Judy and them to bother him.
Yeah. He used to get mad every time they come up there.
I forgot to tell him that.
He didn't like those people at all. He did go out that VOA that one time, remember when we
2
couldn't
times he
find
went
him?
out there because
2?
yeah, because he wanted to tell the guy, I forget his name now, that everybody should find a home. Because he was happy when I got him his clothes and
Yeah.
everything.
Well, you treated him like a baby. He was second mom.
Yeah, he forgot to call me that sometime. I don't know what takes so long.
They have things to do.
Well, he's gone to Ricardo now.
What was he talking about? Book?
Hmm?
What was he talking about? A book or something?
What book?
I don't know when he left the room. Didn't he say something about a book?
Oh, I guess they're gonna pay a cab, but I just soon pay my own. I don't want, then they said they could drive me back. I said, sure, I'd rather go back in a cab because I don't want to bad enough that the neighbors see
If it's
me.
an unmarked car, it doesn't make any difference. You know, could be anything. Because they brought me in here in an unmarked car.
Well, they did.
There was about 4 or 5 black and whites by the time I left there.
When you left, there was a whole bunch of black people.
Yeah, there were about 4
What
or
the
5.
hell were they doing?
I don't know. They were just standing around as far as I could tell. Didn't seem to be doing anything.
In the yard, you mean?
No, most of them were standing outside the fence. There was some gal was more or less guarding the gate, you know. And there was about 4 or 5 blues, you know, boys in blue.
and all the rest of them had left, you know, all of the homicide detectives and the coroner, or whoever it was, they'd already left, I guess.
Let's go. We're all going home.
John, come out back here.
Take care, huh? Oh, you got a little time. You got a little time to work on it, I think.
Photograph everybody. I'm sorry. Let's each get a photograph. You know how one of those I want to remember you're here? Go ahead and I'll take a photograph on you. Just stand right there and I'll get a little.
If I'd known that, I would have
Put a tuxedo on?
shaved and wore a tie. Put in my bottom teeth.
Okay, that's all good for you. Dorthea?
Did you get in touch with Ricardo?
He's coming on down. Real nice of him. Okay. Oh no film. Hold on a second. That was a line for you.
When I do that, I only let half a tape. Well, I figured that was that's a headphone. Headphones, you like that? Heading off the outside. You're still listening to the other ear. Buggy, you keep listening to it. You guys think he really is?
This is just a.
Hey, okay. I mean, he doesn't want to me. He doesn't want any help. He wants to stay in F the rest of his career. Don't whine to me when you say, "Oh, my ear hurts." The earphone hurts my ear. I gotta go. I got the bowl. Yeah, shut down. I heard her at one point. I heard her telling that old guy in there.
They know it like that. Because I thought I was going to get out for parole soon, but I guess I never will now.
She was sentenced to 5 years. In prison. This is back when she was a young fighting. But there's some other people around there because they were talking in there about people downstairs. Or we don't know what they did or something like that. Yeah, there's several people in prison downstairs. Hey, one of her past residents, she's probably got. She's got front aware that body has got several years old. Her roots going on top. How long has she been? Wow. She got out in 85. She got out in 85. She was sentenced in 82. First convicted in 78. That would be from before. I think sure. I've got the photo. She's like 8 years old or something. That's all.
still meat there. It's still meat, and it's probably on there.
Yeah, because 8 years.
8 years, it'd be awful.
Yeah, the clock hadn't even deteriorated.
No, the clock was still, and then the zipper was all intact.
Yeah, I'd say that's a couple, just looking at what I looked at, I'd say you're looking at about a year or 2 years. The body.
Expert number one right there, Mr. Buddy.
Well, we had them all in order. We had them from new
By the time how to take
2 years.
Mr. Body Digger, yeah.
Remember the ones on Broadway? If you look at those are 2 years old.
Or a year old. And there was still meat on them. Well, I'm glad they're bringing this burger to it. This would be interesting to watch him work. Heckler. Is that Heckler? It'd be interesting to watch him work. Yeah. Because he comes part of that class.
I'll tell you what, you better be planning for a long stay, because if you get one of those guys in, they're very meticulous.
Heckler, they'll be there forever. And he loves it. He loves it. That's the whole life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they cut it. They said he's ready to get on a plane right now. Yeah. He
He loves that goddamn body off Broadway.
Is there any problem with me bringing a lunch shirt down there?
Oh, God.
Might as well. Bring a chair, you're gonna be there all
All day, you might as well be able to get back.
Then the only thing is, then we gotta break up that conversation. You know, you're gonna get that considered from the other person. The only thing I think they're screwing up on, they got all night, they might as well, you know, just get a search warrant, and then you're in there, you don't have, because they're gonna be around and stuff, and that way you got the whole guy in place, you gotta go worry about shit.
You've already established that there's a body there. She's probably a one-taker.
We gotta sort of get that way, talk about the other bodies, will be substantiated, like Rollins, if we would substantiate the other missing person, number one. And number two, we got the prior information, the body being buried there. Now you substantiated it with a fucking body. You know, and, we can always get a warrant. Well, it kind of probably says we have no problem with a warrant.
And you don't have to prove anything.
Well, then you also.
Hey, you know what? He's going over there. You know, he's got to search for Pat there. He can't. You know, once he's over there, you got to search for a living quarters. You know, of course, you get there. Get a search. We don't all. You can't work Sunday.
Not until 79, though. My game.
I've already spoken to him.
I was wondering if you came on this one.
Yeah, looks good. That's the first day, yeah, go ahead first, because that's. Of course, she doesn't know I don't want you to look my backyard. Maybe they can't use that court, would give you an indication. That she had a little guilty conscience.
Hey, Jim, is that recorder up?
You got to stop there.
Let me try to explain it.
Okay.
See if we can get going here. Okay. Now, as I told you, your property there,
1426
F Street. We got information that there was a body buried back there.
Really? Oh my God.
And so we asked Dorthea if we could look around.
I went to her.
And she let us look around. We dug a hole, and we did find a body.
Oh.
We have a body buried back there.
Where?
You know the walkway?
Walkway? I don't understand. No.
Yeah, it's on the side of the house.
The side of the house?
By the shed.
Oh, see.
And so, what...
inside of the casita? The shed?
No, it's outside.
Oh, outside.
Well, here's the street. Okay.
Oh,
and then the house is here.
Yeah.
And then the shed is over here. shed.
Uh-huh.
And then the driveway is right here.
See, the driveway, see.
And then there's another little tiny shed here.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes, see.
And then there's a...
There's an avocado tree.
Yeah, the tree right there.
Uh-huh.
The back fence is right along
Uh-huh,
here.
see.
And along here.
Yes.
So this area right in here.
Oh.
Actually right in here.
See.
We dug right here. And that's where we found the body. This is the shed.
Jesus.
And this is a little lean-to. I just call that a shed too.
Yeah. She put some light here. She put some light, yeah, see.
Now, she poured some cement here too.
Uh-huh.
In here. We think there might be something buried under here.
Oh, no.
Because we know there was a hole dug here. And then it was filled over, and then they poured concrete over it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, she asked me to put cement, you know. She asked me, oh yeah, do whatever you want. I'm renting to you and see.
Mm-hmm. How long have you rented the house to her?
Okay, let me think. 1985. She come back from
Prison.
for prison, and 2 years before.
Was she living there before she went to prison?
Yes. Yes. I was living downstairs, and she was living upstairs. She loved my children. I have four children, and she was so good to us. And when she went to prison, I ran to some guy, Mexican guy, and I told the guy, I ran to you till she come back, you know, because, like I told you, she was so good to us, you know, and I went to see in prison and Frontera.
Yeah.
Okay, and when she be back, I went again to her upstairs, and I was living downstairs, and then somebody told me that I have good kids, and the area is too bad for them because a lot of drogadicts or prostitutes, and they told me to why I don't move to another house, or, you know, to buy another house because the area is, you know. And I did, and I moved in 1985 to Robin Ridgeway, and I rent to her the house. Yeah.
You rented the whole house to her then, huh?
Just a minute. First, I let my sister-in-law rent the house downstairs because I moved. I was living downstairs, and I moved. I let my sister-in-law, she's in Mexico now. She was illegal. Okay, and then she told me that she doesn't want that nobody come to rent downstairs because for the noise or children or something. She told me I will rent the whole house.
Dorthea?
And I rent to her the whole house.
Okay, when did your sister-in-law move?
Last 97 in February, she moved to Mexico. In February, she moved to Mexico. She was living downstairs, and Dorthea was living upstairs. And I know she ran to pension people, you know, to old people.
Renting the downstairs.
Downstairs and upstairs and upstairs, John. She has John upstairs. I know the name John.
Mhm.
John.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or two Johns. I don't know. I have my stomach like this, and my mouth. Oh God, can't believe it.
Oh yeah. Don't. I wouldn't worry too much.
Somebody, I live here a long time ago at Joe's Corner. I don't put attention, but they told me she's something crazy. I don't know.
People at Joe's Corner told you.
Yeah, years ago, 12 years ago, something.
Mm-hmm.
But I rented a house. Yeah, before go to prison.
Okay. She got out of prison in 1985. She got out of prison in 1985.
And September 9, yeah. I know because I went and picked my her to Fresno. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. You picked her up when she got out of prison.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you moved out in 1985, bought the house over on Robin Ridge?
In June.
Okay. June of 85? In June of 85? 1985?
Let's see. I don't want to lie to you.
Oh, no, I'm...
It's just, I'm so...
You don't have to be exact. That's okay.
Let's see. 86, 87. Yeah, but 86 or 85. I'm so nervous now.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I have that.
Did your sister-in-law move in right after you moved out? Or was there...
No. My sister-in-law, she was leaving. I moved in June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. She lives 8 months downstairs in my place.
Okay, so 8 months from February would be what, around... She must have moved in around June or so of 86.
Who?
Your sister-in-law?
See, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you said she moved out in February of 87.
See. Right, see. Okay.
Ricardo?
I moved to 86, no 85. To Robin Ridge, yeah.
Okay, don't worry about being wrong on a date. It's not going to get you in trouble or anything. We understand.
See.
And when she got out of prison, she rented it upstairs again?
When what?
Dorthea, when she got out of prison, she went back upstairs?
Right.
Rented that?
Yeah.
Did she ever have anybody living with her there?
Yes, somebody to help her. Yeah, a Mexican American man.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing remodeling the house inside, upstairs, putting paneling.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of it? No, I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was after she got back out of prison?
Yeah, he was living with her and helping her. And he was living there. You know, I don't put too much attention because when I go for the rent or I go for asking her for mail or to talk with her after work, she told me that she's going to rent to some lady, to some man. They moved, they left. You know, a lot of people go rent to her. She gave a room and board.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't put attention. I don't miss nobody because some people come and stay for some time and then go and then come and new people. You see, you know.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. How much do you rent the house to her to? How much do you rent it for?
Okay, downstairs I was renting for, 350.
To your sister-in-law?
To my sister-in-law, $200. And then she helped my sister-in-law with $50, 250 to my sister-in-law, you know. And then when she took the whole house, $600 to her. I rent the whole house to her. I think 300 downstairs, 300 upstairs.
Pretty good price, huh?
But I don't know how much the people pay to her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Did you rent the downstairs to someone else?
No, just my sister-in-law.
You moved out, and your sister-in-law moved in.
Yeah.
Then when your sister-in-law moved out, Dorthea started renting it to other people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. What we need or would like, Ricardo, is your permission for us to dig some more back there. We would like you to say it's okay for us to do that.
To me, it's okay. But
What?
I'm afraid of I never been in this kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
but you have my permit to dig in anywhere do you want.
Yeah.
I rent to her. I don't have nothing to
hide.
because
How long have you owned that house?
okay, from 1975, September 1975. September 1970.
You've got a pretty good memory for dates.
Sí. When you buy your first house, you never the day.
Uh-huh.
Sí.
Okay. When we get done digging here, we'll smooth all that out, the dirt back out and everything. We're going to have to break up this concrete here. It's only about that thick, really.
Sí.
And we're going to break that up and dig down in here, where that hole was.
It's okay, well, see,
But,
I'm with the law,
Yeah.
I no refuse nothing.
Yeah, but, we're not going to break up this sidewalk along the house or anything else. None of that. And we're not going to... Did you put the shed up here?
No.
Okay.
She put everything there.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And I had to put all things in the laundry room, a hallway laundry room. And I have 2 little rooms, and she told me, can I throw away the wall and make a room to rent? Okay. I let to,
Yeah, let her do
Yeah,
some,
that's it.
make some changes.
See. She told me it's good for you for the value of the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the value.
Value, see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told her, she was so good with my family, with everybody. I know you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
But look at.
Yeah, I understand.
You see.
Well, we're not saying she has anything at all to do with this. We're not accusing her.
Uh-huh.
No, we're not accusing her. In fact, she's home. You know, if we were accusing her, she'd be arrested or something.
Uh-huh.
But we have, like I say, we have found a human body here. And so now that we have, we've got to look more.
Uh-huh.
Because we feel there may be more people buried.
Mm-hmm.
There may not be, but we have to look.
Yeah, you see.
And that's why we want, since it's your property, we'd like to get your permission too. Even though she's renting it and she said, yes, we can rent it, we can dig there. We just wanted to get your permission too.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, she doesn't have to allow us to search, and neither do you. If you don't want us to search, or if she didn't want us to search, or you didn't want to search, we'd have to get a search warrant before we could search. But
yeah, these things. Oh my God! The publicity. Maybe I will be in the newspaper and everything. Oh no, I don't like it.
Oh, your name won't be in the newspaper or anything. No, don't you worry about that.
Please, no. I'm not.
I guarantee.
I rent to her the house and the sister.
Yeah, you won't be connected in this anyway.
Oh.
No, that's okay, Ricardo. Yeah, I realize I've kind of thrown this on you all of a sudden, but it just happened today that we've got the information and went out and started digging a little bit.
Okay.
But the body has been there for a long time.
For a long time?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
So it may have been there before you even bought the house. We don't know.
Oh.
So, yeah. It could have been that long ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Could have been there before you even bought the house.
See?
What? Yeah. We're going to have... There's an anthropologist.
Anthropologist.
Yeah, the people that dig for old remains and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They're going to come down probably tomorrow, and they will do the rest of the digging for us.
Okay.
And they'll be able to determine how old
Yeah.
the skeleton is,
Uh-huh.
how long it's been there and stuff. So,
well.
I'll let you know.
Okay,
I'll keep you advised so
please.
You can ease your mind a little bit. And,
thank you.
And I'll give you my card before you leave here.
Please. I come from Mexico, work hard, I got married, and I have 21 years working at the Clarion Hotel, 16 and age.
Mm-hmm.
Before the mentioning, the name mentioning. And
yeah.
Yeah, see. I was living in that block. I was renting an apartment in 1412 F Street, and then the guy who was living 1426, he offered me the house, and I bought it.
That was a good deal.
Yeah, it was so cheap. The house 10,000.
Good deal for you,
10,000, yeah.
Yeah, well, you've got a lot of money there now. Yeah, it's probably worth 5 times that much.
5 times.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah.
At least. Okay, can you hold on for just a moment?
Yes.
Let me make sure we've got everything covered.
Okay.
card up?
Okay, thank you.
We really appreciate you coming down here.
We can get put up tonight, early.
Let's have a seat in here. I'll come in. We'll just look over a few of those things and jot down.
Milk help all right, John?
That helped a lot, 100%. That and not smoking any cigarettes for a while helps.
Okay.
No empty?
Your first name is John. Sharp?
Mm-hmm.
S-H-R-P?
Yep.
How old are you?
64.
Okay. Now, let's go back up again.
And tell me, when this whole thing started happening, when you said, let's go back to where you thought something was wrong, like you mentioned in there. Kind of, let's rehash over that.
Well, I thought something was wrong clear back last July.
Last July
yeah.
of '87?
Yes, well, this year.
Last July of '88.
Yeah.
Okay, what made you think that?
I can't remember why I really got the feeling.
Did you feel uneasy, you mean?
Yeah, because I told the this social worker from Camellia Center, that I had to get away from there because something was wrong in that house. That's when she had bawled me out because I complained about this Indian wanting to.
Mm-hmm. That was Ben.
No,
that was.
Well, I know his name may have been Ben.
He was an Indian. Then.
Yeah, Indian or Eskimo. He's from Alaska.
Okay. She bawled you out
because I complained.
Because you were complaining about him.
Yeah,
okay.
about him wanting to beat up on me.
So you felt things weren't.
Things weren't right, and then
you felt very uneasy about everything.
And that's when I told the social worker I have to get out there because things weren't right. And then I guess again I'm not definite on times. I just can't be because nothing has been that important to me to to try to really remember. But it seemed to me like about 4 months.
4 months ago.
That Ben. Let's see, this is November, October, September, August. I'm trying to relate to when I got my SSI.
Think in terms of July 4th.
Well, that don't help because I don't.
Oh, okay.
At that point, I was only looking forward to getting my SSI.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if Ben was still there when I got my SSI. I don't think he was. So I'm sure it's been 4 months.
Okay. Now, tell me about when you last saw Ben. What was going on that led up to him disappearing?
Okay. Well, last I saw him was.
And now Ben is a male white.
Probably in his 60s.
You don't know what his last name was?
I have no idea.
About 5'10", you say?
About 5'10".
About how much in weight?
160.
Okay. What color hair?
Hair, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to his eyes or anything.
Okay. Was he disabled in any way, or?
Supposedly, I don't really know.
Okay.
He was a drinker. Now, his brother was there to see him a couple times.
But you don't. Okay.
I don't know what his brother.
Does Fink sound like the right?
Well, it rings a bell of some kind, but I don't know what it was then. Like I say, I don't know anybody except for the first names.
Okay.
I've been there 11 months, and Homer, him and I were good friends, and I don't even know Homer's last name.
So you've been there a total of 11 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so you see Ben about 4 months ago, and what was the incident you see about?
Well, he got pretty drunk and was in his room next to mine. And I had mentioned to Dorthea then, I said, now you've got a true alcoholic on your hands. I said, he's going to be stealing your liquor upstairs, because, she's got all kinds of it. And she said, he's already stealing it. He said he stole about 3 bottles already. But anyway, he was in his room downstairs, and he just kept getting drunker and drunker. I guess he'd go out. I never paid that much attention to when he'd go out or anything, but I'd hear him, go out. And finally, after he's been there drunk about 4 days, she came down and said she's going to take him upstairs and get him to feeling better. And that's the last I ever saw Ben.
Okay, and that was about 4 months ago.
Yeah.
She came down, you see him, did you see her take him out of the... Okay, she just said, I'm going to get Ben,
She said, I'm
take him
gonna
upstairs, make him better.
Yeah, I never saw her take him up or anything like that. But she said she was.
Did you remember the next day of not seeing him?
Oh yeah, I remember not seeing him the next day.
Did you ask about him?
No, oh no.
Okay.
She said she was going to take him upstairs. And like I say, you don't ask her questions unless you want to get in trouble.
Okay. So you didn't see him the next day. So then, how many days later did you go up in the house and you started smelling this awful smell?
I'd say 4 days at the most.
4 days later,
Yeah.
you smelled what you thought
Death.
was death.
Yeah.
Now, your prior experience led you to believe this.
Yeah,
And what's your prior
Well,
experience?
I worked for the Kansas City Mortuary Service, and we handled any body that wasn't claimed, and a lot of bodies that were claimed would come to us, were brought to us for embalming. But anything the city picked up, for instance, they got a guy that had killed himself about a year before that and laid out in the field with a shotgun between his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got him, but we got just bones, and that's all. But we got an Indian one day that had lain under a bridge, dead so long that the rat had eaten his fingers and his toes.
So you're familiar, and you've gotten people with that smell. You're familiar with that smell. And when you went up there about 4 days later, and it was coming from that room off the kitchen.
Yeah, you couldn't smell it any other place.
Right there was strongest.
Right there was strongest. You didn't smell it close to the bathroom. You didn't smell it in the hall. I mean, in the stairway. I didn't smell it in my room downstairs.
But it was strong.
Right there in the kitchen.
When you asked her about it, what'd she say it was?
I didn't ask her.
Oh, you just remembered it.
Yeah, but she mentioned the smell herself.
What'd she say about it?
I said she's trying to get the smell out of the room that was coming from the sewers down below. Said she shampooed the carpet numerous times.
Did she say how many times?
She said 8 or 10 times. But I heard her using the shampoo machine quite often up there.
Okay, and then what? Then we'll keep going. What happens then after? But you don't see Ben anymore.
Oh, I never saw him.
Did you ever ask what happened to it?
Well, I thought I saw him walking by one time.
How long ago was that after that?
Probably a month and a half.
Okay, and you hadn't seen him?
Oh, hadn't seen him at all. No.
So then you thought you walked by and you mentioned it to?
Mentioned it to Dorthea, and she said, oh no, it couldn't have been him because he's way up north.
Okay, and then nothing?
Nothing.
Then when did Bert move in? Was Bert already staying there?
Yeah, Bert was there. He's been there quite a while.
Okay, so then Ben ends up, and then how long after that does you see Mr. Montoya disappear?
Well, it's probably 2 months.
2 months ago.
Because it's been about 2 months ago. Yeah.
And when did you last see him?
I'm trying to think if I saw him on Friday night. I believe I saw him on Friday night, and then Saturday he was gone. Because she mentioned it the first thing Saturday morning that Bert had left for Mexico. And I thought it strange that she would, he would leave that early in the morning for Mexico. Because I had my car, and I've always offered, to do trips for her to save her cab fare.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while she'll have me go to the store or something. And I thought if she's going to send him to Mexico, she would probably ask me to take him down to the depot. But she never said anything to me. She just said that she'd send him to Mexico.
And he's been gone ever since?
Yeah.
Okay, and then was there any, now you mentioned some digging in the backyard. You say there was some concrete in there? The concrete, how long ago was the concrete poured?
Oh, it's been poured in 2 months. Maybe.
That's on both sides of the slab? And the shed on the side?
Yeah, the one closest to the street was probably poured 2 weeks before the one.
And you'd say how many, about 2 months?
2 months to 2.5 months. I hate to be pinned down, you can read it on time.
But it wasn't like the March or anything this year?
No. Oh, no.
Okay.
That kid that poured it probably would be able to tell you exactly.
Which kid? Was that one that was there?
The one that's staying out there now.
He's the one who poured it down?
Yeah. Him and another parolee.
Okay. Let's see. And there was a trench in the one where the trees are?
Yeah.
Well, that's the one closest to the garden?
Yeah.
There was a trench, L-shaped?
Yeah. It went all the way up front of that utility shed,
Mm-hmm.
and then over alongside the fence.
Okay.
I'd say 4 to 5 feet alongside the fence, and complete front of the utilities.
But you don't know who dug it?
Those same guys.
Same guys.
Yeah, the ones that worked on the slab. It was this young kid and another real heavy set guy that was working with him. Like I say, both of them was from that halfway house.
Okay.
I think
that's the kid that was in that red T-shirt today?
I think he's the one that dug the one out underneath that back shed too. Seemed to me like he dug that hole. I'm not positive, but yes, he did. I know he did. He dug that hole.
Okay. So he's been doing a lot of work for her on and off last.
He has. He's
so many months.
Yeah. Probably the last 4 months or more.
He'd just come and dig the holes, and that would be it, or would he bury him, or he'd just dig the holes?
Well, he'd dig the holes. I never did see anybody fill them in. I don't know who filled them in.
So then they were filled in and covered up?
Yeah. But I have no idea who filled them in.
Now Bert is gone. That's Mr. Montoya. So the time goes on, and you don't see him, and then now all of a sudden, what comes to light? What happens now? What brings Bert up again?
Oh, that
the outreach volunteer, social worker?
Yeah, social worker.
Okay, when did she contact you?
She didn't contact me until after the police had been out there.
The police come and talk to you?
Yeah. What's his? No, wait a minute. He was a sergeant in uniform. I'm not sure what his name is, but I explained to him that I couldn't talk to him there in the house.
Okay.
Because I didn't want anybody to hear me.
Okay.
So I met him at the drugstore, and we drove down the
Now, was that before or after she told you to lie?
Oh, that was after.
When did she tell you you were going to have to lie?
Saturday.
Okay, what did she tell you exactly?
She just said, John, I'm going to ask you to lie for me today. She said, I think I'm going to jail. And she said, the police are coming out. And she said, I want you to tell them that I was gone Thursday and Friday. And that you saw Bert on Saturday. And she said,
and you knew you hadn't seen him for over 2 months?
I knew I had seen him. And she said, I'll make it well worth your while.
And that was this past week?
Yeah.
This past week, so it'd be like, yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
And when was that? Last what? Friday or Saturday? She told you that?
Saturday.
Last Saturday.
Wasn't it Saturday when the police first came out there?
Okay.
It seemed to me like it was Saturday. I believe it was. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Anyway, the police, that sergeant came out, and we went down and parked by Lucky's store, and he asked me my name, and I told him John Sharp. He said, oh, you're the one that Judy, the social worker, said I should talk to. Then when I knew, then he told me that she had called in.
Okay, then you got a hold of her?
Then I got a hold of her.
You told her kind of what you're telling us, that, hey, Ben disappeared?
Yeah. What I wanted to do is I was asking her to find me a place to stay right quick.
Okay, now you say that she said that the only reason we told her that, you said, hey, we told her that she asked you to do. She says, no, he was just mad at me because I kicked him out. And now she kicked you out because you were giving her a check to pay. Is that the only reason she was kicking you out?
Oh, yeah.
You wrote her a check to pay for your rent. She says, no, I want cash.
Yeah, let's see. Just bear with me.
Yeah, no problem. And she said, I'm not taking a check, and get the heck, and move your stuff by the 13th.
She said, I'm not taking your check. She said, I don't want your damn check, and be out of here by the 13th. There's the check.
For $500.
Yep.
Now, what did that encompass, $500?
$350 for the rent and $150 that I owed her. That may be the phone number I've been hunting for.
Okay, and that was on the 3rd you were trying to give her that. Was it on the 3rd, 11/3?
Yep.
Okay, and she says, no way. No, I'm not taking your check.
Yeah,
Get out of here by the 13th.
Yeah, now that was the day that Homer left, too,
Okay.
Because I know he left that night or early the next morning, but I didn't personally see him leave, but I'm sure that he did, because, after she racked him the way she did, I wouldn't have stayed there. She said, I don't want your goddamn check. It cost me money every time I had to get it cashed. And every time I'd give her a check, I'd ask her about, if it was costing any money. I said, I'll pay you for it or pay you cash. She said, no, I just take them over to the bar and they take care of them for me. So it didn't cost her anything. And it shouldn't cost her anything anyway, because all she had to do was put in the account. But her checking account, it don't cost you anything.
Yeah. So anyway, she asked you to move out now, but that's the only reason.
Yeah.
You weren't disgruntled about that. Now,
No,
was it after that?
to.
Was it after that, or before that she told you to lie? It was after that.
After that.
And then after she boots you out,
Then she comes to me.
she comes down last Saturday on the 5th. That would be the 5th of November, and says, "John, I'm going to ask you to lie for me. Tell the police I'm going to jail. I think I'm going to be arrested, right? Tell the police that I've been gone 2 days, and you just saw Bert Saturday, today." And she said she would make it well worth your while.
Yeah.
And what'd you tell her? You said, "Oh, yeah,
I
okay."
said, okay.
Okay, and then you haven't talked to her since.
One time,
What happened?
well, see, the police sergeant, she brought him down to my room.
Uh-huh.
And she was standing there when he asked me if I had seen Bert. And I said, there was a truck here moving stuff, and I think it was Bert. And he went on upstairs with her. Then he came back downstairs about a half hour later. Let me dig in my pockets again. When he came back downstairs, I handed him this. She wasn't with him.
You mind if can I keep this? If I take the inside out?
Yeah, I need
That's a medical,
Yeah, I need
well, this will be returned to you.
I just got my
Okay.
dental appointment.
This is what you showed the officer right here.
That's
She
right.
wants me to lie to you. And then when he showed you that, when you showed the officer that, what did...
Okay, he turned my television up
Uh-huh.
because you can hear everything in my room
Uh-huh.
from there. And he turned the television up, and I told him that I'd like to talk to him, but not there, someplace else. And he said, "I'll meet you down at the drugstore." It was 11:45. He said, "I'll meet you down at the drugstore on the corner at 12 o'clock.
Do you remember the sergeant's name?
No, I don't. Now, wait a minute. Let's come up with something here. Maybe it's got his name on it, maybe it doesn't. He gave me this.
Now, was he a sergeant or just a regular officer? Do you remember his name? Was it Ewing? Was he a young man?
I don't know. Yeah, he was young.
Okay.
But he may not have been a sergeant. I presumed he was.
He was in a uniform, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think somebody said he was a sergeant. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe she asked me what the sergeant did or something, but I didn't pay attention to whether he had stripes on his sleeve or not. But I explained to him that I was moving then.
Okay.
He gave me this and the case number. He said, "Call it in when you move, and give me your address in case they won't talk to you."
Okay. And then that's the last you talked to Dorthea. Did she confront you anymore after that?
Then she came down, after the second time, that he talked to me. She come down, she said, what did I don't know if she said policeman or officer or whatever, but she said, "What did he ask you?" I said, "He asked me the same question he asked me before when you was down here." That was all there was to it.
What'd she say?
Turned around and walked away.
Now, have you talked to her since this whole thing has hit?
Not since then. I said a word to her. But that isn't uncommon. I mean, I'd go by a week and never say anything to her anyway.
Okay, we're going to take the check and this, and we'll hang on to it. We're going to book it as some evidence.
I probably got the other half of the check somewhere around.
Well, if you can find it, let me know. But that's the date that you gave it to her, and then she came back on the 5th and asked you to lie for her. And this is what you wrote the officer.
Yeah. And I wrote another one. I guess I wrote him a note too, telling him that I didn't want to talk in there. Mr. Brown.
No problem. Okay.
All righty. Let's see what they've got going now.
Just see out here. Right there, relax. Here. Back there, fine.